Welcome back, coin lovers and collectors from around the world. You're watching NT Coins World, the one and only destination where numismatic passion meets rare discoveries. And today, get ready, because we're going deep into the history and hidden gems up to incredible Lincoln cents that may still be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change. That's right, the 1985 Lincoln cent and the 1988D Lincoln cent. These coins are far more than just 1-cent pieces, with key features, historical significance, intriguing errors, and collector appeal. They may be worth far more than their face value. Let's dive in. The 1985 Lincoln cent stands as a subtle but meaningful milestone in the long history of the Lincoln series, struck during a time of transition and growing awareness about coin composition and minting precision. This coin is part of the era when the U.S. Mint had fully shifted from copper coins to copper-plated zinc. The composition of the 1985 cent features a zinc core with a thin copper coating, marking a post-1980 standard. While visually similar to earlier cents, this change impacted not only the weight, but also the longevity and minting quality of the coins, making minor defects and wear more noticeable. Designed originally in 1909 by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the 1985 Lincoln cent maintains the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. This design celebrated the centennial of Lincoln's birth and has since become one of the longest-running designs in American coinage history. The obverse includes the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above Lincoln's head, Liberty, on the left side, and the year 1985 along with the mint mark if applicable on the right side. For this coin, there is no mint mark if struck in Philadelphia, on the reverse. The coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro and introduced in 1959. If you examine the coin closely, you'll notice a tiny depiction of the seated Lincoln inside the memorial, a fascinating detail that reflects the depth of engraving artistry. Above the memorial sits the inscription "United States of America," with E Pluribus Unum just below it and 1 cent at the bottom. All inscriptions are boldly capitalized in keeping with the design conventions of the time. The mintage of the 1985 Lincoln cent was extraordinarily high, particularly from the Philadelphia Mint. Over 5.2 billion coins were struck there, making this one of the most common dates of the 1980s. While that may sound like a deterrent for collectors, it's important to note that not all 1985 cents are created equal. Coins in pristine uncirculated condition, full red color, and fine details are considerably rarer than their circulated counterparts. In fine condition, which indicates moderate wear on the high points but complete design visibility. These coins usually fetch their face value, 1 cent. However, move up the grading scale and you'll start to see premiums. In MS65 red, for example, the coin can command anywhere between $5 to $15 depending on demand and luster. But what really excites collectors are the errors. Some 1985 Lincoln cents are known for doubling errors, particularly on the reverse lettering, a classic example of what's called a DDR, double die reverse. The 1 cent and E Pluribus Unum inscriptions sometimes show distinct doubling when examined under magnification. Another common error type includes off-center strikes in coins struck on defective plankets. These error coins can bring in prices from $25 up to hundreds of dollars. Depending on severity and visibility, collectors value the 1985 Lincoln cent for its consistency, its place in the zinc coinage era, and its accessibility. It's a favorite among roll hunters and hobbyists who are trying to build full date and mint mark sets. Even though it's not rare in the traditional sense, it's the thrill of the hunt and the possibility of high-grade or error coins that keep this penny in high demand. Now let's travel just a few years forward to the 1988D Lincoln cent, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but hides some of the most talked about modern cent errors in numismatic circles. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the D mint mark, and it's instantly identifiable for those who know what to look for. The obverse of the 1988D Lincoln cent keeps Brenner's classic Lincoln portrait, still facing right and flanked by "In God We Trust" above, Liberty to the left, and 1988 plus the small D mint mark to the right. Despite being 79 years after the original design debuted, it still carried the same powerful presence that defined Lincoln's image on U.S. coinage. The reverse remains Frank Gasparro's Lincoln Memorial design. By this time, Gasparro's reverse had become instantly recognizable to American citizens and collectors alike. However, 1988 would prove to be the final year before the cent would undergo a significant reverse change in 1989, transitioning from the old reverse hub to a new one. This small transition led to one of the most fascinating errors in Lincoln Cent history. First, let's discuss the basic stats. The mintage of the 1988 D Lincoln Cent was enormous. Over 5.5 billion coins were struck at the Denver Mint. This was a reflection of high demand for circulating coinage in the American economy. In circulated fine condition, the 1988D typically holds its face value, but again, high mint state coins can draw interest, particularly in MS-65 red or higher grades, where auction prices often hit the $10 to $25 range. Now, here's where things get very exciting for collectors. The 1988D Lincoln Cent is infamous for a major variety, the transitional reverse hub type error. Essentially, some 1988D cents were mistakenly struck using the 1989 reverse die, which features a different design on the FG initials standing for designer Frank Gasparo near the right side of the memorial in the older 1988 reverse. The FG initials are sharply defined and slightly curved, but on the 1989 reverse hub, the initials appear closer together and more upright, the diagnostic difference that makes this error identifiable. This type of transitional error is often referred to as the 1988D reverse of 1989 variety. These error coins are extremely collectible and can command hundreds of dollars. Even in circulated condition, in uncirculated grades, they can reach $1,000 or more. Depending on demand and clarity of the die markers, that's a massive premium over a face value coin. Another potential error found in 1988D cents includes off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped plankets, all of which can enhance collector value. Some error examples have traded for $50 to $100 in auctions, especially those that retain full dates and mint marks along with dramatic misstrikes. The collector interest in the 1988D Lincoln Cent goes beyond just the errors. It's a crucial transitional year that bridges the old engraving techniques with the new hub design of 1989. For that reason, many Lincoln Cent specialists include this coin, especially the reverse variety, in their master sets and error collections. It's a modern coin with a story that reaches into the core of U.S. mint production changes. In fine condition, the regular 1988D is affordable and accessible, making it ideal for new collectors and budget-conscious hobbyists, but the opportunity to discover a hidden gem, such as a reverse of 1989 error, keeps excitement high among more experienced collectors. If you ever come across a 1988D cent, be sure to grab a magnifier and check those FG initials closely. As we wrap up this deep dive, remember, every coin has a story, and even the most common-looking cents may hold secrets of the minting process, errors worth money, or simply a place in U.S. coinage history. Whether you're just getting started or have been collecting for decades, these Lincoln Cents from 1985 and 1988D offer both educational value and collecting excitement. Thanks for watching NT Coins World. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you love rare coin insights and want to stay ahead of the next big numismatic discovery. Until next time, keep searching, stay curious, and may your next coin roll reveal be the rare find of a lifetime.